I, for one, am happy that Treyarch came out with these new objectives to go for. I don't know about you guys. What's going on, guys? Great Disciple back with another gameplay. In the background, really nice gameplay. I was playing with the Razorback, working on the SMG Abomination Calling Card. You know, the new calling cards that came out in the black market, you select them one at a time. You know, I've already done the Underworld camo at this point, and I decided to go for SMGs next because it's the gun that I like using the most. And this was the final game, and you'll see me actually unlock the calling card during this game. And I'm happy for it, you know? I mean, it wasn't hard or anything, it just happened in my normal play, but, you know, giving me that objective to go for really keeps the game alive for me. The setup is pretty standard. It's the ELO stock fast mags, Ghost Scavenger, Dead Silence Awareness. You can see my streaks. Now, in this game, I did a little bit differently. I did what I like to call the TheMarkofJ setup, where you run Talon, Wraith, and Hater. Now, personally, I've spoken about the Talon before. I don't really like it because it makes so much noise, but just trying to mix it up a little bit, do something a little different. And I got really sick and tired because every single time I put a UAV up, I mean, we're talking less than 10 seconds, and I mentioned this in a video here recently, it gets shot out. It's almost like I'm giving free points to the enemy. So I was like, all right, I'm not gonna give him a UAV anymore. I'll just play Talon, Wraith, Hater, 3 things in the air virtually at the same time, and let them pick and choose which one they wanna knock out. And I get a nuclear. I wasn't planning on getting a nuclear. It was very relaxed. I didn't force it. I'm very patient. And that's one thing I'm going to ask you guys right now before I continue on here. I thought about it because I've been getting more and more comments on my videos. Hey Gray, what's the best way to get a nuclear? How should I go about getting a nuclear? What's the best game mode? All these different questions about nuclears. Now you guys, I've done over 20 videos giving you tips on how to get a nuclear. But I guess if you'd really like, I could get it all into one video, maybe a 10-minute video explaining this is the best way to get a nuclear. I know some of you will be interested, but I need a lot of you guys to be interested in order for me to take the time to do that. So y'all just let me know, okay? Fair enough. But no, back to what I was saying, you know, I love it when Treyarch comes out with these new things for us to go for, like the Underworld camo, or, you know, every single week we get to do the contract to unlock, you know, a new, a token to play with blackjack. I think that's great. You have your daily contracts, which gives you something to do. Most of the daily contracts you can do in 1 to 2 games, which is fine, but it's an objective nonetheless. Now I bring that up, or I want to talk about it a little bit, because I am starting to see a new trend, and it's a normal trend that takes place in Call of Duty, the end of the quote-unquote life cycle of the game. And a lot of people are talking about how Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is dead, it's not fun anymore, the life cycle's ending, all we want is the new game, and yada yada yada. So I'm going to give you guys some advice. Number one, there's nothing wrong with the game. If anything, the game is better than it was when it first launched, because they fixed so many things. And I mean, I can make lists of the things that they have fixed since the game first dropped. What's changed is you. So there's a couple things that you can do at this point, and take it from a guy who plays Call of Duty every single day on the current title. I mean, I always find enjoyment in it, but I do some things. Number one, if you're really having a hard time with it, take a break. Take 3 to 5 days off from playing Call of Duty, because when you come back, it just seems fresh and new. All right? If that doesn't work, what you guys have got to do is change your setups completely. What I find is people get really bored with this game when they play with the same weapons over and over and over, and the same perks and the same loadouts and the same score streaks and the same specialists. You guys have got to mix it up. If you haven't done your dark matter, go for your dark matter. If you haven't done your hero gear in my opinion was the most fun thing that I did in the whole game. So I suggest going for the hero gear. Other than that, there's a lot of in-game challenges, unlocking calling cards that you can go for, and they make you step outside your comfort zone. They're a lot of fun if you start going for it. There was one that I was doing for a while where you got to run with 2 tacticals on your setup, and just throwing 2 tacticals out, like playing domination and throwing out smoke and a trophy system, is a lot of fun. So there's some really good, cool challenges. The other one is change your game mode. Too many people get pigeonholed into one specific game mode and they never branch out. I mean, I am a quote-unquote hardcore domination player. It is my best game mode, but I rarely play it anymore. I just don't. I play it on stream because I think a lot of people like to watch me play hardcore domination after seeing my gameplays. I'm also really good at free-for-all, but I rarely find myself playing it anymore because it's so boring to me. I will say that I find core free-for-all more fun than hardcore because people tend to move around more in the core. I rarely ever play Team Deathmatch because I fall asleep when I play it, and after I did the Optic Scumpy 70 kill challenge, Team Deathmatch is just not for me, man. It's not. Kill Confirm's a blast. It's probably one of the best game modes to play as a solo player and get a high score and get a lot of kills. But you guys have got to branch out even more. Go into the Chaos Mosh Pit. Chaos Mosh Pit is a blast at times. Go into Ground War. Talk about chaos, man. Ground War is so much fun. Play more Fracture. Play Uplink. Play Demolition. And definitely play Safeguard. The best game mode in the entire game. And then if you're feeling it, go into Search and Destroy, because that's when you really get to put your skills and your talent in this game to the test, alright? Just a little piece of advice. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background. It was great. I wasn't going for the nuclear. It just happened. As always, hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know about that nuclear thing. And as always, subscribe for more because I'm here every day.